Bryant McFadden now being joined by my second favorite coach in the National Football League behind Mike Tomlin.
It has to be. I was going to say it had to be Mike T.
Mike T.
I think I agree with you, actually.
I appreciate that.
My list would look the same.
Skull Nation, oh, stand up. Kevin O'Connell is joining me here. Coach, thank you for joining me. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm doing all right, man. This is, as a coach, you always want to be in Super Bowl week under different circumstances, but there's a lot of guys that feel like that today. But it is good to be here on behalf of Zebra Technologies and get a chance to talk to you, man. It's been a while.
It's been a while, no question. So let's get straight to it. In terms of adversity, I don't know if there's another coach that has been dealing with adverse situations to the most important position, which is the quarterback.
Yeah.
But you somehow, some way find the ability to do more with less. At what point did you realize when you saw J.J. McCarthy was out and you knew Sam Darnold was going to be the guy that Sam had what it took to be able to get you guys to have a successful season?
Yeah, it really goes back before that. When we were transitioning from Kirk Cousins and wanted to make sure we had a really good quarterback plan for the future, we wanted to bring in a veteran guy that we thought we could win with. And we really only identified, Sam was the guy. And when we approached him about the idea of joining the Minnesota Vikings, my message was simple. I believe if you and I put in the work every single day together and we build towards something with great players like Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison around us, around you, in our system, I think you're going to have a great year. What that looks like, I don't know. But I think you're going to establish yourself, and let's go win some football games. I didn't necessarily see 14 for Sam out in front of him, but it was about that. So when JJ did get hurt, it was a bummer just because he was having a great camp. We're really seeing his growth right alongside Sam, those guys pushing each other. So it was a bummer, but Sam was able to obviously capitalize and maximize this year, and it was just so fun to watch and be there with him every day.
In your ideal world moving forward as we get ready for 2025, what do you foresee with Sam Darnold and his future for the Minnesota Vikings, or what would you like to see happen with Sam Darnold?
I don't know. In my opinion, it's a little bit more complex than that, just because I believe Sam has kind of played himself into being probably the marquee free agent quarterback available. Now, there's a lot of conversations that will take place between now and the start of the league year to figure out if Sam Darnold, first and foremost, is the best situation for him moving forward going to be in Minnesota. I do believe that his teammates and coaches in our front office and myself, we would love to have Sam back in Minnesota. But at the same time, we do feel very confident in J.J. McCarthy. He's healthy. We drafted him 10th overall for a reason in what was a pretty, in my opinion, historically good quarterback draft last year. So we want to basically kind of continue. I think the dialogue, the conversations are so critical because Sam knows how I personally feel about him. I know he loves being a Minnesota Viking. Let's see kind of what these next few weeks look like, and as we have dialogue, all of it will be really twofold, where we're thinking about obviously having the best possible team in 2025 in Minnesota that we can, but I also care very much about Sam, and I want what's best for him.
Yeah, and when you look at Sam throwing to Justin Jefferson, as you mentioned, Coach, one of my favorite plays with JJ was, I think, 2 years ago in Buffalo. It was 4th and 16. It's 3 defenders. He goes up one hand. I was like, oh, my goodness. What's the craziest thing you've seen from Justin Jefferson when you kind of look to your other coaches and be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, that was definitely it. That 4th down in Buffalo, that catch, it happened right in front of me. And it's that moment where you catch yourself coaching in the moment, hey, tell the guys you're not sure he caught it, so you're telling them to hurry up and let's get to the ball. But then there's a part of you that's kind of a fan of I just witnessed something that is as a level of greatness I don't know if I've ever seen in person before. And then you realize how critical of a play it was. That football game's over if he doesn't make that play. But I got to be honest with you, he's doing things like that week in and week out. Ultra competitor, great practice player, and it always translates to how he plays in games.
Well, Coach, you're joining me on behalf of Zebra Technology, right? Tell us a little bit about what you have going on with Zebra Technology and the relationship.
Yeah, I think it's super important relationship to me as a head coach in the NFL. Zebra Technologies really for 10 years now has been tracking through their RFID data, tracking basically every player, every movement of every game, tracking high-speed yards, tracking how fast. I know Justin Jefferson on that Buffalo catch on that route, he probably ran 19.8.
Wow.
Jordan Addison on his touchdown against Atlanta, he ran 21-2. But even more than that, it's the daily relationship we have through the Minnesota Vikings. I get to have all that information from practice. So
wow.
In a day and age, great player like yourself, how great would it have been for your coaches to know the days where maybe you were a little bit more susceptible potentially to some injuries because of the work that you had done previously, the day before, the week before, hey, these 3 weeks of the season. So it helps me keep our team fresh.
Wow.
We were third in the league this year in soft tissue injuries, the third lowest in the league, because having your full team, having your players available to you is half the battle during the NFL season. You got to have your best guys out there going when it matters.
Yeah, well, thank you for that. In Zebra Technology, I hate the fact that I can get the opportunity to embark on your technology when I was playing, because that would definitely help me in terms of my body.
Yep.
And knowing when I'm at my best and things that I need to do to be better. And it's no surprise your team was very, very good as well, because they protected their body. Before I let you go, Coach, this is a grip challenge we've been doing.
Oh, my goodness.
Right, you're going to be the first coach to do this. Now, we've had players. I gave you some numbers. Justin Jefferson did 124. Drew Brees would not leave until he surpassed Justin Jefferson, because he said he's a quarterback. He did 129, 130. So what happens is you see here, and when you squeeze it, and it didn't take that one.
See, can we get the disclaimer about my surgically repaired thumb right
here?
Yes.
Oh, you can do your left hand.
No, I don't want to do that either. I'm right-handed. This is unbelievable. It stacked the deck against me.
It took 103 right here, right?
Okay.
So when you reset it, and
if
you want to do a test run.
Yeah, let's try to do a test run. And so you got to have your thumb up there?
Wherever you want to position.
Okay. Oh, I got to do I here, let me do it. I think I saw 130. Let me see. Ready?
Yep. Oh.
What was that?
That's 147, Coach.
147. Let's go. Let's go. Who said it wasn't possible?
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota Vikings Skull Nation. Oh!
There you go, man.